Hey guys, welcome back. Um, Due to the facility restriction, and I don't have the second camera and the third camera to put it in a different angle. I use only my cell phone, but I'm just trying to show the best to you. Today I'm gonna do, of course, knife sharpening and. Working on the SUEHIRO double-sided Whetstone, 200 grade and 1000 grade, and we're gonna do the unboxing on the other SUEHIRO Whetstone. It's also double-sided. One side is 1000 grade and the other side is 4000, because I'm gonna do the knife sharpening on Hankels, which is belongs to SUEHIRO as well, and the other one is SUEHIRO. I'm gonna do the knife sharpening, working on 200 grade stone and then 1000, and I'm gonna try the 4000 polishing, and just as a test. Okay, let's get to work. First, we open up the stone. It's a very good box, but one thing I'm not really like is this plastic. Every time I use it, I just take it out, because once I put it right here and doing the sharpening on top of it, because it's the basement, it's the base of the stone. Water will comes in and is difficult to wash inside, so I take this one off and fixing stone into the water, because it's like soaking stone. There's a lot of bubble coming up. I put this one on. I start with the 200 grade because this knife was sharpened by someone else before. It's not. I'm pretty sure was not on the Whetstone, and it was damaged. The cutting edge is damaged. Okay, one thing I forgot. I really like this platform from SUEHIRO as well. There's a rubber to against slippery, and yeah, better than the rubber on metal, because once water in between, it becomes slippery. So, sitting on, and this stone is not soaking stone. We don't need to put it into the water. Just a few splash, and I'm able to work. There's been a lot of questions coming from my friends asking me about how to do the knife sharpening and how to choose the right whetstone. So there's a lot of great sharpeners. They post their video on YouTube already, and there are many good points. And I also learned part of some of the good points from them, and then I combine with my knowledge, and I'm gonna make a video and upload to show my friends how to make do the knife sharpening. So first is the angle. Many people say 2 coins about Japanese. Well, I'd say Japanese coins, because this weight is coming from Japan. It doesn't matter which coin they use. 500, 150, they have very similar thickness, and I would say they also be based on the personal experience, like how, and also the size of the knife and how tall the knife is. If you have a taller knife, maybe a different angle. If you have a smaller knife, maybe a different angle as well. I would say you do knife sharpening 4 or 5 times, then you find your happiness. So I'm happy with the angle like this, or a little bit higher. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So let's get to work. This is 200 grade. On this side, it's very low grade, and I'm gonna remove the damage, the burrs from the knife. So first, 45 degree and the proper angle. And the thing is, you have to keep the same angle and not to move the knife like this. Otherwise, you never ever get the clean cutting edge. And you have to move all the way up, not to the end of the stone, and then move all the way down, also not to the end of the stone. Because once you move very much at the edge, when you pull back, it may damage the cutting edge on the edge as well. And also not to a small distance, because if you work on this area that very much for a long time, then the stone gets lower right here. The whole stone is not flat anymore. It's also affect your the cleanness of the cutting edge. It's almost done. Just like 20 or 30 strokes on the stone. You can see the black powder is actually the metal coming out of the blade. For the beginner, you have to make it smaller. Sorry, it's slower. Slow movement. Make sure your hand is stable, not moving up and down. And when you move to the tip of the knife, because of the curve starting right here, you have to turn the angle a little bit and make sure and this part of the knife has a proper contact with the stone, and then makes sharpening happen. And change the angle again. Make sure the tip can be sharpened. Yes, and you feel the other side of the blade. You can feel the burr from the other side. Once you do the sharpening right here, the metal will it creates the burr on the other side of the blade, which means the metal goes to the other side. This part now is okay. There, I can feel the burr very clearly. And on this part, just a little bit. So I'm just continuing to work on this part. Okay, it's clean. Okay. Now I'm gonna deburr, remove the burr from this side. From this side of the blade. So after removing the burr, I'm gonna work on this side directly on the cutting edge. So I just use a piece of wood and just put my knife on the wood, slowly and lightly, just cut like this to remove the burr on the side of the blade. Okay, let's get to work on the other side. On the other side, from the bottom of the knife, same angle, 180 degree. Push and pull, push and pull. I would say the same number of strokes as the other side. And move to the other part. When we work on this part, and this part gets sharpened, and then we move to the other part, make sure there is a contact from the other side. Make sure that we don't lose any part of the cutting edge. So same thing again. When moving to the tip, because of the curve of the knife, I have to change the angle a little bit to make sure the tip gets sharpened. Of course, I keep the same angle. Okay, it's clean. And now I can feel the burr on this side. Once you feel the burr on this side, which means your sharpening work is almost done, And let's deburr again. Tiny little burrs on this side, and this part is almost gone. So now the cutting edge is clean. What I'm gonna do is just continue to remove the burr from this side. It's nice and slow. Now feel if there is still any burrs left. I would say both sides are clean. Yep. Okay. And let's try the sharpeners. It's okay, but because this 200 is very low grade, so I will continue to work on the other side, the 1000 side. So 200 with this sharpeners, I'm happy. Let's just change to the other side. very stable. Rubber to rubber, perfect. The 1000 side is also splashing. You don't need to put it into the water soaking for a long time. It's actually very smooth 1000 side. Very, very smooth. You can start from this side, and you can also start from this side. It just depends on what you like. The sound is totally different from the 200 grade. 200 grade is it's very low, but this one is so smooth. I would say this 1000 grade stone is beyond my expect. I would think it's like 1500 or even 2000 comparing to my another 1000 grade stone. It's definitely more smoother than the other one. Okay, feel strokes, burrs. Goes to the other side. Yep. A little bit more right here. Again, same angle. If you're not very experienced knife sharpener, do the slow motion, not that fast. Nice. So this side is again same angle, 45 degree with the sharpening stone. Push, pull, push, pull. When I push the knife, I place a little bit more press on the blade, and when I pull it back, I relax. Again, when you move to the other part, make sure don't miss any part of the blade. Now check the burr. Almost everywhere. Okay. Okay, continue on this side. The sharpening finish very soon, because both sides you feel the burr and the cutting edge is equal, and what you need to do is just remove the burr and do the few long strokes each side. I'm decreasing the number of long strokes. Okay, now I check the cutting edge. It's very equal and clean. And now we try the sharpness on the same newspaper. That's very sharp. Because the newspaper is getting wet, so it makes it a little bit difficult to cut it. But all in all, the edge is very clean. Very clean.